Okay, well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I want to thank our series sponsor, the Job Gym. They've been a great partner to us over the years for all of our employment and training needs. They're just the best, the best, the best. I'd like to introduce Amanda Shannon from the Job Gym to say a few words. Amanda?
Thanks so much, Dolores. Thanks so much to everyone for joining us today, and happy Small Business Month. I think that this is such a great panel to celebrate all of our small businesses this month. WSIB and WSPC have such great resources for businesses. I think they really are kind of a hidden nugget of programs and supports and everything that small businesses can definitely take advantage of. So excited to be here today, excited to sponsor this lunch, and looking forward to everything that Stella and Laura have to share with us today.
Great. Thank you, Amanda. So today we do welcome back, they're superstars with us, the Stella and Laura. These two ladies have joined us before, and they have a wealth of information that supports small businesses in maintaining healthy and safe workplaces. And I'm sure we're going to get some great information again today. So the format for the session will be as follows. You could submit your questions throughout the presentation through the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen. We'll answer all of the questions at the end of the presentation. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Stella and Laura. Take it away, ladies.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dolores, and thank you to Amanda and the Job Gym as well for making this possible. We are so excited to be back with you today. So thank you for joining us. My name is Laura Todoruk, and I am an employer health and safety services consultant with the WSIB. I'm going to be sharing this virtual stage with my colleague from Workplace Safety and Prevention Services, Stella. So what we want to do today is let you know about some of the incentives and services that will help you in your health and safety program for your business. So the WSIB's Health and Safety Excellence Program is a voluntary incentive program that helps businesses, and especially small businesses, understand how to establish a health and safety program in the workplace. So what are your health and safety responsibilities, your compliance obligations, and really how do you implement these health and safety initiatives to make your workplace safer? With the Health and Safety Excellence Program, it's going to help you achieve those goals, but also help earn you rebates on your WSIB premiums. So those insurance premiums that you pay to the WSIB, we're going to give you rebates in some cases up to 200% of what you paid us in the previous year. So the goal for today, I want to explain to you how the Health and Safety Excellence Program works, how much your business can earn in rebates and incentives, and how you can get started in joining the program. And then I'm going to hand the microphone over to Stella to explain how WSPS can help you on that journey and what their services are to help you with your health and safety program as well. So the Health and Safety Excellence Program is voluntary. It's a flexible program that helps workplaces establish health and safety policies and procedures, identify hazards, implement control programs, and by implementing these health and safety topics, earn rebates back on their WSIB premiums. When you join the program, you work with a WSIB approved program provider to make those health and safety improvements, develop those programs in the workplace. They provide guidance, supports, templates, consulting services that make that journey safer. So they are your partner on that health and safety journey while you complete those health and safety topics. In order to participate in the program, all we ask is that you have an active WSIB account so that you are paying premiums and you do have at least one employee in your workplace in order to participate in the program. So there's a lot of benefits with the Excellence Program and with implementing health and safety initiatives overall. So, we do these health and safety programs to try to prevent injuries and illnesses. We want to prevent those impacts on the business, on your people, because we know overall it causes that ripple effect. If one person is out with an injury, it impacts the productivity of that business overall. And it can also do a real number on your morale in your workplace as well. So when you put health and safety programs in place, you're really investing in your people, you're investing in your business, and there's a definite return on that investment. Building employee confidence, maintaining your productivity, making sure everybody feels safe. And, that impact can keep your business running more smoothly and obviously more profitably as well. So most businesses want to do the right thing. You have your heart's in the right place, but sometimes you're just not really sure where to start. And that's where this program gives you the supports to understand how to achieve these goals, how to implement these programs. Gives you that, where do I start? Gives you the answers to that, and then supports you as you implement those new health and safety initiatives. That can also build your business's reputation as a safe employer. And we want to promote those businesses that participate and engage with us and these programs to support you and advertise your investments in health and safety as a safe employer. So far, in the first almost 6 years of the program being in place, we've paid out over $90 million in rebates. And we just love watching that number grow as we invest back in businesses that are interested in improving their health and safety programs. How does the program work? There is some work involved with participating in this program, but ideally it's work that you're doing anyway. So when you're participating in the Excellence Program, you're selecting an action plan of topics that you want to complete. You want to implement those topics in your workplace. So an action plan cycle is 4 steps that you see here. So the first step is to join the program. So you first select a WSIB approved provider that you're going to work with. They are going to be your expert guide through this process. Once you've done that, you then select what health and safety topics you want to work on. This is really a customized journey to support your business. You may be starting from scratch. Maybe health and safety is brand new to you. So you need to establish a health and safety policy and understand what are your business's responsibilities in this process. Or maybe you already have some of the basic policies, but you want to continue to build and identify different hazard controls that you need to implement in your workplace as your business grows. So it is a customized journey where you select what the priority issues are for your business. You select what topics you want to implement at this point in time. You can work on between 1 and 5 topics on your action plan, and an action plan can take you up to 12 months. So we do want you to complete those topics. You want to implement those within a maximum 12-month window. Okay. Now, just by joining the program and getting started, you get your first monetary incentive. So by selecting topics and starting an action plan, WSIB is going to give your business $1,000 to offset the time that you spent so far to invest into your health and safety program. The next step, once you've got those topics chosen, is to implement them into your business. So this is what we call the develop stage. So you're developing the topics and implementing them into your workplace. The next step is to demonstrate the work that you've done. And then the final step, once those topics are complete, is the achieve step. So this is where you're going to earn the rebates in the program. So the first step is really that homework step, right? It's understanding how does the program work? Who do I want to work with? And what do I want to work on? So you're selecting your action plan topics. So selecting a provider is looking at, what are the services that are being offered and, how is that provider working with me to support me on this journey? So WSPS, Workplace Safety and Prevention Services, one of our approved providers in this program, and Stella is going to share that information with you in the second half of our time together today. Typically, there is a cost to join with the provider. They're offering professional health and safety consulting services, and they're offering those services for the life of that action plan. So up to 12 months of their support. But you will find that those fees are typically very nominal, so averaging between $800 and $3,000, depending on how much hands-on support is needed for your business to develop those topics. But you are going to earn $1,000 upfront from us to support you on getting started, and the rebates in the program more than offset the initial investment costs. And those costs help with covering, the templates that they're offering you. So you're not starting from scratch when you're implementing a new health and safety initiative. And then they're supporting you along that journey, answering your questions and sharing their health and safety expertise. You can work on up to 5 topics in the program at a time. But this again is where the flexibility comes in, because you can work on, as little as 1 topic or a maximum of 5. So anywhere in between there, based on your business's ability at this time. Okay, so sometimes there's other things going on, right? For small businesses especially, you're juggling a lot of different priorities at any one time. So health and safety is just one of those. So if 5 topics seems like too much, then you can definitely work on a lesser number of topics and manage that workload over time. So this is a testimonial from one of our smaller business members, Jeffrey's Greenhouses. They're a local company here in Niagara, and they describe a great experience in the program, recognizing that it's flexible, gives them financial rewards, and they get industry-specific support, right, from their provider, WSPS, which they wouldn't have if they weren't otherwise in the Health and Safety Excellence program. So we love getting this feedback from our members about how it's helping their business. With the program topics, there are 41 different health and safety topics to choose from, right? Those topics help you build that health and safety system in the workplace. So starting at the foundation level, these are your basic legal requirements for a health and safety program. Having a policy, identifying hazards, reporting incidents, implementing first aid procedures. So a lot of small businesses are going to start at that foundation level, and that may take a few years to complete, right? There's 13 different topics there. So if you want to tackle 2, 3, or 4 of those at a time, you can work on those and build that over time to create that basic foundation for your health and safety system. At the intermediate level, these topics are really implementing health and safety procedures into your day-to-day. So, what are your emergency response procedures? Do you have contractors working in your business? Are you inspecting the equipment that you use on a daily basis? It's really building health and safety into those regular processes. At the advanced level, this is where a management system has been established. So you are going to do audits on your health and safety program. You're going to review your health and safety trends or create a health and safety continuous improvement plan. A variety of different options in the program, even though they are displayed in a sequential format, right? And they're, even numbered from that perspective. There isn't a requirement to do these in any specific order, okay? And that just goes back to the fact that, everybody's at a different stage in their health and safety journey. And you want to choose the topics that are right for your business at this time. So if that means that you're mixing and matching from foundations, intermediate, or even the advanced level, you can do that. Okay, there's a lot of flexibility to make sure that this process really benefits your business and its needs. You can access the information about the topics and their requirements right on our website. And I will share a link directly to that information that can be sent out along with a copy of the slides after the webinar today. Because definitely, as a business owner or a health and safety person, you want to know what am I signing up for, right? And definitely I would be right there with you, looking over what are the expectations for these topics. So once you've selected the topics for your action plan, the next step is developing and implementing those. This is where you're going to spend the majority of the time in the excellence program. going through the steps to create these new processes for health and safety in your workplace. So when we talk about topics in the Excellence Program, they aren't just a training course that someone attends. You're actually implementing a health and safety procedure into the business, taking time to communicate that with your staff, going through the training, making forms available, keep following up to make sure that you're actually performing that procedure and using it in the business. What we ask you to do is to follow a process called the Plan, Do, Check, Act. This is a very common implementation model for any kind of management system. So let's say you wanted to implement a first aid procedure for your workplace. Step one with plan is to develop an actual first aid policy or procedure. So looking at the first aid regulation, understanding where do I need first aid kits or first aid stations in my workplace? What needs to be in them, right? What are the supplies that are required? How often am I going to inspect those first aid kits to make sure they're maintained? How many first aiders do I need to be trained in my workplace? Maybe if you have multiple shifts, right? If you have a days, afternoons, or even a night shift, are there people available that are trained in first aid across that schedule? And then if something happens in the workplace, someone does have an injury, how are you going to record that first aid treatment that they receive? Are you going to use a first aid logbook or an incident report form? So step one is to plan all that out in your written procedure. Step two, the do, is to implement that procedure in your workplace. So if you do need to do some training to make sure you're compliant with the number of first aiders in the business, you're going to schedule that training and deliver that. If you're missing a first aid kit in, one of your buildings, one of your locations, or maybe in your company vehicles, maybe you want to make sure that you purchase those kits and equip the people in the workplace with them. Implementing those inspections of the first aid kits, and then implementing the recording process for first aid treatment. If that's going to be an incident reporting procedure, maybe you develop that alongside it as another topic. But you create that process that people are following to maintain a first aid program. After several months, you're going to perform step three. This is to check if the implementation has been successful. So is it working? Is it achieving what you wanted it to? Are people following the procedure that you wrote and you communicated? And in that check, you could be doing a survey, you could be doing workplace observations, maybe you're doing a records review, okay? Based on that, you're going to make a determination of whether the implementation was successful, or maybe you find some gaps or something that you need to improve upon. So maybe those vehicle first aid kits aren't getting inspected as often as you wanted them to, and you need to take some corrective action. That would take you to step four, and you can act on what your findings were from the evaluation. So there is a little bit of a process with these topics, but again, it is that continuous improvement cycle. So say what you're going to do it, and then follow up to see, is it working? So you'll write us a story at the end of that process that tells us what the steps were that you took to implement those health and safety topics. This is a new feature of the program for 2025. And it is designed for small businesses or businesses that are brand new to health and safety. So these are recommended pathways in the program for topic selection. So these pathways give you up to 5 years worth of action plans. So you can build that health and safety process from scratch. So if this is something that's of interest to you, you can follow this along. This is optional. So if you want to make adjustments to how these topics are laid out and what your journey looks like in the program, you can do that too. This is, again, designed for those smaller businesses that just don't know where to start, or that just want to set up that foundational program. And it gives them, just bite-sized pieces too. So not tackling 5 topics every year, but, slowly chipping away at, developing and building those policies and procedures as they go along and grow the business. So definitely keep this in mind if if this fits the bill for your organization. It gives you some guidance, and you can definitely discuss that with the provider as you get started. All right, once all of those topics have been implemented, you've communicated them, you've done the training, you're using the forms and the procedures that you've developed, you're going to send us in some evidence that shows what the work was that you did. So we call this process validation. You're demonstrating the implementation of your topics. So the evidence that you're going to send us is going to show us that you've met the topic requirements and followed the plan, do, check, act for each one. The provider is going to give you templates that you can use to make this process really straightforward. It's not send us everything in the kitchen sink. It really is answering some questions for each of the steps in the process, and then uploading some evidence that supports what you did. So a copy of your procedure needs to come along with your submission. Maybe you're sending us in some training records or an example of a training record. Maybe you're sending us a photograph of some new control measures that you put in place in the workplace. Maybe you're sending in some meeting minutes that shows that you discussed your topics at a staff meeting, or maybe at a town hall meeting for your business where you included everyone to tell them what was accomplished for this year. So different evidence to support your topics and show that implementation step was followed. We also host regular member webinars. So if you join the program, you'll receive regular emails from us letting you know about different options for develop and demonstrate webinars. These are delivered directly by the people that do our validations, so review the evidence files for each of the topics. And they explain, what the process is for developing a topic. So going through that procedure writing, the training, the communication. And then they also tell you what makes a good submission for validation. So what are they looking for to confirm implementation of those topics? So some great resources to gather information and really take the guesswork out of the process. So we want to kind of ensure your success and support you along that journey. So that's a great resource as well to support you while you go through that process. Once you've submitted the evidence for each of the topics that you've implemented, we will close out the action plan and you move into the achieve step. So this is where the rebates come in. We issue rebates on a quarterly schedule, so you're not waiting an extended period of time to get the money back into your business so that you can invest that into your health and safety program. It's a great turnaround time for those businesses that are closing out those action plans. And once you complete that action plan, you're welcome to re-enroll into the program and do some more topics as you proceed. For most businesses, what you earn in rebates is far more than what you've had to pay to participate in the program, especially with that upfront $1,000 incentive that you receive to offset your registration costs. The rebates themselves, they're issued for each topic that you complete in the program. So the rebate structure is based on what you reported in premiums the previous year. You can look that up, talk to your accountant or your bookkeeper to confirm your previous year's reported premiums, and you will find out how much you can earn as a rebate for each topic you complete. So for a smaller business, if you pay us less than $5,000 in premiums per year, there is a cap on the rebate in the program, and it's highlighted here at the bottom. The maximum rebate amount you can earn on any one action plan is 200% of last year's premiums. So 2 times what you paid us is what you can earn back in rebates through this program. Not a bad deal at all. So just to give you a couple of examples of what those calculations look like. So this is one of those smaller businesses, a bakery that reported $2,800 in premiums last year. by participating in the program and completing 3 health and safety topics. They fall into that first rebate band on the chart that I just showed. So they will get $2,000 per topic. Normally that would be $6,000 in rebates, but they are going to hit that cap of 200% of last year's premiums. So they're going to get $5,600 in rebates. Plus, they will have received that $1,000 incentive for joining the program and starting an action plan for a total incentive of $6,600. Now, if you are a medium-sized business or a business that pays us, more than $5,000 in premiums, it's a straight calculation. This manufacturing company that reported premiums of $70,000 last year, by completing 4 topics in the program, they're going to get $3,000 in rebates for each topic. So they can get $12,000 in rebates plus the extra $1,000 incentive for a total return of $13,000. If you have any questions about how to calculate your rebate, please feel free to reach out to me after the session. I'm happy to run through those numbers for you. Obviously, it's a helpful tool in your toolbox to know, what the exact incentive can be and be able to invest into the program. In addition to the financial rewards, we also want to give that publicity, that encouragement, that recognition for businesses that are investing in their health and safety program. So each business that joins the Health and Safety Excellence Program receives a digital membership badge, like you see here. You can use this badge however you wish, as far as your marketing materials, put it on your website, throw it in your email signature, post it on a flag out front of the business. However you want to advertise that, it demonstrates your investment and commitment into your workers and your health and safety in your workplace. We also will post this badge on our public safety check website. So you see that there's a link here. If you've never looked at the safety check, it is an open data tool that shares the health and safety statistics for every business that's registered with the WSIB. You can compare your business to a competitor. You can look up the business down the street. And for people that are in the job market, this is a way to say, how safe is this potential employer? So check out Safety Check to see your business's profile. And, if a business is registered with the Excellence Program, we post that badge on their profile page so people can see that they are working on health and safety and investing in their workplace. So hopefully that has given you a bit of insight into what's available from the Health and Safety Excellence Program and WSIB. Happy to connect with you at any point if you have questions about the estimated rebates or the topics and what this process looks like. So my contact information will be available through Dolores and the chamber here, and happy to hear from any of you after the webinar. And I think we're going to take questions at the end. So at this point, I'm going to hand the microphone over to Stella, and she can let you know more about the services that WSPS offers.
Perfect. Thank you, Laura. Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Perfect. Okay. Let me just share my screen now. Get the PowerPoint. Okay. PowerPoint up and running. Okay.
Yes, I can see it.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone, taking time out of your busy schedule. I'm Stella, account representative at Workplace Safety and Prevention Services. I'm really here to share information about workplace safety and prevention services and how we can support you through the Health and Safety Excellence Program. Additionally, I'm also going to be showcasing some of our free resources to assist you on your health and safety journey. And again, just a really big thank you to Dolores and Amanda and the entire team for hosting this session today. Laura and I are really happy to be here. So let's get into it. A little bit about workplace safety and prevention services. We are a not-for-profit organization. WSPS is dedicated to protecting Ontario workers and businesses. We are a proud partner in Ontario's occupational health and safety system, collaborating with both the Workplace Safety and Insurance Board and the Ministry of Labor, Immigration, Training and Skills Development. Our commitment really extends to supporting the Health and Safety Excellence Program, which helps businesses achieve workplace injury and illness prevention. So, when you partner with Workplace Safety and Prevention Services, you gain access to a team of over 100 safety professionals across the province. Our services include health and safety expertise, consulting, training, and resources tailored to your business needs. And as an approved WSIB provider, we have welcomed over 18,000 participants into the Health and Safety Excellence Program, earning more than $10 million in WSIB rebates along the way. So we've been part of this program since day one, and we certainly know it inside out. You can count on us to guide you through it with practical advice, real support, and a whole lot of experience. So why join the program? Well, many things that Laura had mentioned. We're going to provide you with a health and safety dedicated health and safety excellence team. So our experts are here to guide you every step of the program. Uh, Throughout every step, we're going to help you support you with choosing a variety of topics. Again, there's 41 safety topics that to choose from that can fit your needs. We're going to provide you with the tools, the resources, and the templates to assist you every step of the way. Provide monthly communications and networking events so you can stay connected and learn from others in your field. When it comes to evidence review, before submitting to the WSIB, we're going to review that evidence to ensure accuracy and completeness. You're going to have access to 24/7 member community website, so certainly be able to explore our online communities for ongoing support and shared learning. You could earn up to $50,000 in rebates, plus that $1,000 back for joining the program, right? So you have to have health and safety living and breathing in your organization anyway. Why not get your money back while doing so? Participants will also enjoy a 10% discount on other WSPS services that are eligible. And of course, it's all about preventing those injuries, boosting your safety culture, and gaining that recognition. So, lots to gain from joining the program. Our program pricing is as you see here. WSPS offers flexible year round registration, allowing businesses to join at any time. Most small businesses that pay less than $100,000 in premiums are going to be paying $800 for the registration fee to enter the Health and Safety Excellence Program. And as Laura mentioned, you're going to register for the program, you're going to select a health and safety topic, it's going to be approved by the WSIB, and then you're going to get $1,000 back for joining the program, which is $200 ROI in your pocket already, right off the bat. There is no hidden fees when it comes to registering with WSPS. We do not take any part of your rebate. So please be cautious when you're registering with other providers. The registration fee might be a little bit lower, but sometimes they do take a cut of your rebate. WSPS, what you earn is what you get. We do not take any cut of your rebate. And of course, additionally, we have that 10% discount that you're going to receive on some. If you're interested in registering for the program, find the application form is really easy. You just need to follow these steps. You would visit our website, wsps.ca, navigate to how we can help section up where you see there the circle. You would navigate to the Health and Safety Excellence Program, and this is where you're going to find information about the Health and Safety Excellence Program along with the application form. What we'll also do is we're going to provide some information to Dolores after the webinar regarding additional information on the Health and Safety Excellence Program and provide you with some of the links of the other resources that we're going to talk about in today's webinar as well. Okay, so maybe you're not quite ready to join the Health and Safety Excellence Program, and that's fine too. So all businesses are at different steps in their health and safety journey, and we understand that, and we want to provide business owners with any kind of support along their health and safety journey, wherever they might be along their journey. So at WSPS, we are dedicated to helping small business owners reach their full potential. That's why we have something called our Small Business Center. It's really a hub of tools and resources to keep you on track with health and safety information, really tailored to your size and to your business needs. Now, you can certainly scan the QR code and keep it as a tab on your phone so you have that to reference later on. This is a snapshot of what the Small Business Center landing page looks like. A lot of the information is found under our safety roadmap. So our safety roadmap has tailored health and safety tools, templates, checklists, all kinds of information and resources based on the size of your organization. So whether you're 1 to 5 employees, 6 to 19 employees, or 20 to 49 employees, we have tailored solutions to meet your needs. Under the Understanding Health and Safety, this is where you're going to find information about business cases or case studies. So if you're a little more analytical and you want to know some information about what the stats are in health and safety, certainly check that information out. Under Additional Supports for Small Businesses, this is where you're going to find the tab for our free small business advisory service, which I'll talk about in just a minute. You can also access information about the WSIB Health and Safety Excellence Program here. And then lastly, under the What's New section, this is where you're going to find additional free supports like our health and safety handbook generator, small BizBytes videos. We have podcasts available when it comes to health and safety topics. And also this is where you're going to find the tab for training for health and safety representatives. So like I said, 98% of the information that you're going to find here is free. So certainly check out our Small Business Center. Now, I wanted to mention our small business advisory service. So again, if you're not quite ready for the Health and Safety Excellence Program, this could be another starting point for you. So what it is, it's designated for businesses that have fewer than 20 employees. And what we do is we match the small business owner with the one of our WSPS volunteers. We have over 150 volunteers across the province of Ontario. Our WSPS volunteers are passionate about health and safety, a safety professional designation, and they're really here to help you. So what we're doing is we're matching the small business owner with one of our volunteers. Our volunteer is going to come out to your workplace. They're going to help you do a workplace inspection. So they're going to help you identify gaps that you might have in your health and safety program, really help you understand where your health and safety program is, and perhaps help you with an action plan to help you along your way. There is no cost to this program. Essentially what it is, it's 10 hours of free consulting. You could do it over the course of a couple of weeks or a couple of months. And there's no strings attached. So it's a great starting point for small businesses just to really help them understand where they stand when it comes to health and safety. We also have our Learning Bite videos. So to further help you understand health and safety and the various topics, certainly check out our Small Biz Bites videos. These are short animated videos. They're really easy to understand. Basically, they give you a high level understanding of basic health and safety requirements. They're fun, they're straightforward, and they also include a quick knowledge check to ensure that you're grasping the concept or the information. So if you're interested in health and safety and don't really know what topic to choose or where to go, these are just a great quick little tidbit to help you understand health and safety. They're perfect for startups and small businesses. These videos really help you learn and confirm your understanding of essential health and safety standards. As you can see, there's a wide range of topics. I think there's over 20 videos, and I believe we have them in English and in French. So if you have any further questions, certainly feel free to reach out to us via email. You can find our email addresses on the slide here. Certainly reach out to Laura or myself. You can find out more information about the Health and Safety Excellence Program both at the WSIB.ca or at WSPS.ca. At this point, we really just want to thank you for participating in this session. On behalf of Laura and myself, we appreciate your attendance and wish you all the best on your health and safety journey. And that was it for me.
That's
Short and
great.
sweet and to the point.
Yeah, thank you. I knew that we were in for a great session, learned a lot. Every time you do this session, I pick up something else, and it really is a great program for all businesses. I'm always amazed at how quickly it adds up, that you end up, getting so much back. I mean, 2 times your previous premiums. How do you say no to that? This is an easy decision to make for any business owner, right?
Absolutely.
I don't see any questions or comments in the chat. If anybody has any, now's your time to ask your question. Well, we have Laura and Stella. I don't see any.
Yeah, so just to kind of reiterate a little bit, right? So we're here to support you wherever you are in your journey, right? So maybe you're not quite ready for the health and safety excellence plan. You just need a little stepping stone to get there. Certainly check out our small business center, a whole bunch of free resources available to download, right? Available for you anytime if you're more of a self-starter or you understand the basics of health and safety. Think about our small business advisory service, 10 hours of free consulting, right? Again, it could be a stepping stone to help you understand and go, hey, this is pretty easy. I'm grasping this information. Or heck, you want money back in your pocket. It's a fantastic program. We've been involved in the health and safety excellence program for years, since the beginning of time. So certainly tap into our experts and get your money back. Put some money in your pocket. So we're here to support you any which way.
Great message. I love it. All right. I don't see any questions, so we'll wrap things up. Thank you so much, Stella and Laura. It's always great to have you, and we always learn something new. We'll bring you back in 2026, which is just around the corner. Also want to thank everybody for joining us, who joined us live. Our next session takes place on November 18th. Blake Landry, Manager of Economic Research and Analysis for the Niagara region, is going to provide us with an economic update. Should be a really interesting conversation. You can register for that session today by visiting our website at southniagaracc.com. Thank you so much, everyone, and have yourselves a wonderful afternoon. Take care.
Thank you.
Okay, well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I want to thank our series sponsor, the Job Gym. They've been a great partner to us over the years for all of our employment and training needs. They're just the best, the best, the best. I'd like to introduce Amanda Shannon from the Job Gym to say a few words. Amanda?
Thanks so much, Dolores. Thanks so much to everyone for joining us today, and happy Small Business Month. I think that this is such a great panel to celebrate all of our small businesses this month. WSIB and WSPC have such great resources for businesses. I think they really are kind of a hidden nugget of programs and supports and everything